Komið þið blessuð og sæl. Hi, and welcome back to Icelandic for Foreigners. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the verbs Eiga, Hafa, and Vera með. Now, the thing that all these verbs have in common is that they can all be translated to have in English. In English, the word have is very versatile. We can use it to express many different ideas. However, some of these ideas are expressed with different words in Icelandic. So let's talk about each of these one by one. First, að eiga. Now, when we're going to use it is mainly with ownership of a tangible thing, something that you actually own. But we'll also use it with members of the family and certain intangible ideas. Now, eiga can also be used for other things that aren't on this list, but we're mainly just going to be talking about when we use it to mean have. So the first thing is ownership of a tangible thing. So check out this example. Hún á tvo bíla. She has 2 cars, meaning she owns them. Also note that bíla is the accusative form. With eiga, we always use the accusative. Also notice that the present tense of að eiga is very strange. Hún á. I encourage you to look the bending of this word up. Okay, the next example is eiga þau hús, meaning do they have a house or do they own a house? And the last example, ég á ekki peninga. I don't have money. So, eiga in this sense means that you own something tangible. The next group is family members. For example, hún á bróður or bræður, a brother or brothers. Systur, sister. I put that twice because the accusative singular and the accusative plural are the same. Hún á kærasta or kærustu, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Hún á börn. She has a child or children. So eiga can also be used with certain intangible things. For example, ég á von á means I am expecting. Ég á afmæli, I have a birthday. Ég á erindi, I have an errand or I have business. Some of the other ones that I found when I looked this up in a corpus were hlut, kost, rætur, and þátt. I encourage you to look those up and do a little bit of homework to see what those words mean. All right, let's move on to að hafa. Now, when to use it? Mainly for possession of intangible things, and I'll get to that in the next slide. We also use it for the present perfect tense to say I have done something, for example, but we're not going to be going over that in this video because it's a little too much for this video. All right, let's just talk about the possession of intangible things. You might see, for example, ég hef tíma, which means I have time. Generally in Icelandic, when we talk about how much time you have, whether it's minutes or hours or days or just time, we're going to use að hafa. Notice also that tíma is in accusative. You might say ég hef reynslu, I have experience. Ég hef samband, I have contact. Some of the other ones that I found when I looked it up on the corpus are áhrif, aðgang, áhuga, leyfi, áhyggjur, and efni. And I encourage you to look all those up as well if you're curious. All right, the last one, að vera með. When to use it? This is when something is with you. You have it with you. Also with body parts and with diseases. So, something that you might have with you, you might say ég með penna, which means I have a pen, meaning I have a pen on me. Notice also here that penna is in the accusative. When you are using að vera með to talk about something that you have on you, you use the accusative form. Another example is ég með gleraugu, I have glasses. Ég með farsíma, I have a cell phone. This is a good one to show the example of the difference between að eiga and að vera með, because you could say ég á farsíma, I own a cell phone, but that doesn't necessarily mean ég með farsíma, I have it on me. So that's why it's important to distinguish between these two, between saying that you just own something and that you actually have it with you. Whereas in English, we kind of just say, I have a cell phone. We don't always specify. All right, let's move on to body parts. You might say, for example, ég með dökkt hár. I have dark hair. Ég með blá augu. I have blue eyes. Ég með stór eyru. I have big ears. Really, any of these body parts that you possess, you're going to use ég með and then accusative after. Okay, the last category is diseases. For some reason, we use ég með, and we say, for example, ég með krabbamein, meaning I have cancer. Or ég með kvef, I have a cold. Or ég með koronaveiruna, I have the coronavirus. And that's all I had for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Takk fyrir að horfa á. Thank you for watching, and stay posted for more videos. Bless, bless.